The Arctic, a realm of ice and light at the very top of our world. It is a place of extremes, where the sun may not set for months, only to vanish completely, surrendering the landscape to an endless, star-strewn night. Here, silence has a presence. It is a profound quiet, broken only by the whisper of the wind as it sculpts the snow into fantastic, ever-changing shapes. The air is so cold it feels sharp, a physical presence against any exposed skin. This is a landscape painted in simple, powerful colors. The blinding white of the snow, the deep, mysterious black of the water, and the crystalline blue of ancient ice. The scale is almost impossible to comprehend. Mountains of ice drift silently through dark seas, their sheer size a testament to the power of nature. This vast expanse, stretching for millions of square kilometers, might appear lifeless at first glance. It seems a sterile desert of white, hostile to any form of life. But that impression is a deception. This is a world teeming with a unique and resilient cast of characters. They have learned to thrive in conditions that would defeat almost any other creature on the planet. The silence is not one of emptiness, but of anticipation. It is the quiet of the hunter and the hunted, a delicate and ancient dance that plays out across the frozen stage. Every crack in the ice, every gust of wind, carries a story of survival. Beneath the surface of this apparent stillness, there is constant movement. The ice groans and shifts, a slow-motion earthquake that redefines the landscape from one day to the next. Leads of open water appear like dark veins, offering a window into the rich marine world below. This is the source of all life here. The frigid waters are home to a bounty of fish and marine mammals, the fuel that powers the entire Arctic ecosystem. The rhythm of this world is dictated by the seasons and the ever-changing state of the sea ice. For the creatures that call this place home, understanding this rhythm is not just an advantage, it is the very key to existence. And so, we watch, we listen, we wait for the silence to be broken. In this immense and beautiful wilderness, life holds on with a tenacity that is truly breathtaking. It is a world where survival is an art form, perfected over thousands of years. The challenges are immense, the rewards slim, but for those who are built for it, this frozen kingdom is home. The story of the Arctic is the story of its predators, the masters of this icy domain. Their lives are a constant struggle, a testament to the enduring power of nature in its most raw and unforgiving form. Out of the shimmering haze, a figure emerges, a solitary wanderer, perfectly at home in this world of white. It is the polar bear, Ursus maritimus, the undisputed lord of the Arctic. Weighing up to 600 kilograms, he is the largest land predator on Earth. His thick, creamy white coat is not truly white. It is made of translucent hollow hairs that scatter light, providing magnificent camouflage against the snow and ice. This remarkable coat, coupled with a thick layer of blubber, insulates him from the punishing cold, allowing him to navigate his frozen kingdom with an air of quiet authority. He is an icon of the North, a symbol of its raw power and breathtaking beauty. The polar bear's life is inextricably linked to the sea ice. It is his platform for hunting, his highway for traveling, and his nursery for raising young. He is a marine mammal, as comfortable in the frigid water as he is on the ice. With enormous partially webbed paws, he can paddle through the icy sea for great distances, his head held high like a periscope. These same paws act as snowshoes, distributing his immense weight and allowing him to walk across deep snow without sinking. He is a creature of immense strength and endurance, built for a life of constant searching in a vast and often empty landscape. His world is one of sense. The polar bear possesses one of the most acute senses of smell in the animal kingdom. He can detect a seal, his preferred prey, from nearly 20 miles away. He can even smell a seal's breathing hole in the ice from almost a mile away. This extraordinary ability is vital for survival. In a landscape that offers few visual clues, he follows invisible trails of scent carried on the wind, leading him across miles of treacherous ice in his relentless quest for food. It is a sense that turns the vast, empty expanse into a detailed map of opportunity. This great hunter moves with a slow, deliberate gait, conserving energy for the explosive bursts of speed needed for a hunt. He is a patient predator, capable of waiting for hours, motionless beside a seal's breathing hole. Every part of his being is a product of this environment. His existence is a perfect example of evolution's power to shape a creature for the most demanding of habitats. But the world of the polar bear is changing, and the ice that has sustained him for millennia is now becoming his greatest challenge. His reign as the Lord of the Arctic is being tested as never before. Further inland, away from the shifting sea ice, another predator patrols the stark, windswept tundra. This is the domain of the Arctic wolf, Canis lupus arctos, a subspecies of the gray wolf. This creature is a phantom in the snow. Its fur is a thick, luxurious white, allowing it to blend in seamlessly with its surroundings. Against the backdrop of a snow-covered valley, a pack of Arctic wolves can seem to vanish into thin air, becoming mere whispers in the wind. This ghostly appearance is a crucial advantage in a land with so little cover, enabling them to approach their prey undetected. They are the embodiment of the wild, untamed spirit of the high Arctic. Unlike the solitary polar bear, the Arctic wolf is a deeply social animal. They live and hunt in packs, a family unit that is essential for their survival in this harsh environment. The pack is typically led by an alpha pair, the only members who usually breed. This social structure provides warmth, protection, and, most importantly, a cooperative hunting strategy that allows them to take down prey much larger than themselves. Their main quarry are muskoxen and Arctic hares. By working together, they can test the defenses of a herd of muskoxen, looking for a weak or isolated individual. Their bond is their strength. Their communication is subtle and complex. A glance, a posture, or a low growl can convey a wealth of information. And then, there is the howl, a sound that defines the wildness of the Arctic. The howl of a wolf pack, echoing across the silent, frozen landscape, is one of the most evocative sounds in nature. It is a call to rally the pack, to defend their territory, and to reaffirm their social bonds. In the long, dark months of the Arctic winter, this sound is a haunting reminder that even in this immense emptiness, there is life, community, and an enduring connection to the land. The Arctic wolf faces its own unique set of challenges. The ground is frozen solid for much of the year, making it difficult to dig dens for their pups. Food can be incredibly scarce, especially during the long winters, and the pack may have to travel vast distances to find a meal. Yet, they endure. They are masters of persistence, their slim bodies belying an incredible toughness. The ghost of the tundra continues its silent patrol, a testament to the power of cooperation and family in one of the most solitary places on Earth. Where the larger predators leave their mark, a smaller, more resourceful hunter follows. This is the Arctic fox, Vulpes lagopus, a creature of quick wits and remarkable adaptability. It is a small, compact canid, perfectly designed for life in the extreme cold. Its most striking feature is its magnificent coat, a dense, multi-layered fur that provides the best insulation of any mammal. In winter, this coat is a pristine white, making the fox almost invisible against the snow. As the brief summer arrives, and the tundra thaws, it molts to a brownish-gray coat, matching the exposed rock and soil. This seasonal camouflage is essential for both hunting and avoiding its own predators. The Arctic fox is the ultimate opportunist. Its diet is varied, and it will eat almost anything it can find. Lemmings are a staple food, and the fox's fortunes are often tied to the cyclical boom and bust populations of these small rodents. When lemmings are plentiful, the foxes thrive. When they are scarce, the fox must rely on its ingenuity. It will scavenge on the remains of kills left by polar bears or wolves, shadowing these larger predators from a safe distance, waiting for its chance. It will eat bird eggs, chicks, and even berries and seaweed when times are tough. Its survival depends on its ability to make the most of every opportunity. One of its most captivating behaviors is its unique hunting technique. When hunting lemmings or voles moving under the snow, the fox will stand perfectly still, head cocked, listening intently. It can pinpoint the exact location of its prey using its exceptional hearing. Then with remarkable agility, it leaps high into the air and plunges headfirst into the snow, often emerging with a meal. This dramatic pounce is a common sight on the tundra, a moment of acrobatic grace in the struggle for life. It is a strategy born of necessity, a clever solution to the problem of hunting prey that is hidden from view. In the face of the biting wind and sub-zero temperatures, the Arctic fox has another clever trick. It has a compact body shape, short legs, and small, rounded ears, all of which reduce the surface area exposed to the cold and minimize heat loss. When it rests, it curls into a tight ball, wrapping its long, bushy tail around its body like a scarf. This tail, or brush, acts as a personal blanket, protecting its nose and paws from the frost. This small, resilient shadow in the snow is a master of conservation, a living example of how to survive by being clever, patient, and incredibly efficient. Survival in the Arctic is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of design. Each predator that roams this frozen world is, well, a masterpiece of evolution, equipped with a suite of specialized adaptations that allow it to endure the relentless cold and hunt in a landscape of snow and ice. The most obvious of these is insulation. The thick, hollow hairs of the polar bear, the dense undercoat of the Arctic wolf, and the unparalleled fur of the Arctic fox all serve the same purpose: to trap a layer of air close to the body, creating a thermal barrier against temperatures that can plummet to 50 degrees below zero. This is combined with layers of body fat, a vital energy reserve, and an extra blanket against the cold. Beyond their coats, these animals have developed physiological traits to conserve heat. A counter-current heat exchange system in their legs is, honestly, a marvel of biological engineering. Arteries carrying warm blood to the paws are interwoven with veins carrying cold blood back to the body. As the blood flows, the heat from the arteries is transferred to the veins, warming the blood before it re-enters the body core. This means their paws can remain cold enough to walk on ice and snow without freezing, while the animal's core temperature remains stable. It is an incredibly efficient way to minimize heat loss to the frozen ground. Camouflage is another critical adaptation in this open, exposed environment. For predators, it is the cloak of invisibility that allows them to get close to their prey. For prey, it is the chance to go unnoticed. The pure white winter coats of the polar bear, Arctic wolf, and Arctic fox make them masters of concealment. They melt into the landscape of snow and ice, their forms broken up by the play of light and shadow. This ability to become one with their surroundings is a fundamental part of the hunt, a silent weapon in their arsenal. The stark, high-contrast world of the Arctic demands nothing less. Even their behavior is an adaptation. The polar bear's patient, motionless, waiting at a breathing hole conserves precious energy. The Arctic wolf's pack hunting strategy allows the group to achieve what an individual could not. The Arctic fox's habit of caching food during times of plenty provides a vital larder for the lean months of winter. Every action, every instinct has been honed over countless generations by the unforgiving pressures of this environment. These predators are not just living in the Arctic, they are a living expression of it, shaped by its ice, its cold, and its stark, beautiful emptiness. The hunt in the Arctic is a drama of profound suspense. It's a high-stakes game where failure can mean starvation. For the polar bear, the hunt is a solitary pursuit that demands immense patience and explosive power. He patrols the edge of the sea ice, his keen nose sampling the air for the scent of a seal. When he locates a breathing hole, he may wait for hours, a statue of white against the white landscape. He remains utterly still, a study in concentration. When a seal surfaces for air, the bear explodes into action, using his immense strength and sharp claws to secure his meal. It is a moment of sudden, brutal efficiency in the quiet of the Arctic. Sometimes, a different strategy is required. A seal resting on an ice floe presents a different challenge. The bear must use stealth. He might spot his prey from a great distance and begin a slow, deliberate stalk. If the seal is near the water's edge, the bear may slip into the frigid sea and swim, using ice floes as cover, until he is close enough to launch a surprise attack from below. The dark water conceals his approach. The final rush is a breathtaking display of power and agility, as the great white bear propels his huge body out of the water and onto the ice in a single fluid motion. For the Arctic wolves, the hunt is a coordinated effort, a display of teamwork and strategy. Their target, the muskox, is a formidable opponent. These shaggy horned beasts will form a defensive circle when threatened, with their powerful horns facing outwards. The wolves must be patient. They will circle the herd, testing their resolve, looking for any sign of weakness or panic. Their goal is to create confusion, to cause one of the musk oxen, perhaps a young or old individual, to break from the safety of the circle. This can be a long, drawn-out process, a battle of nerves played out on the frozen tundra. Once an animal is separated, the pack moves in. The chase is on, a desperate race across the snow. The wolves work together, harrying their quarry, tiring it out. It is a dangerous business. A single kick from a muskox could be fatal. But the pack's persistence, their ability to communicate and coordinate their attack, usually wins the day. Each hunt is a lesson in the power of the collective. In this vast and open land, cooperation is not just an advantage, it is the very fabric of their existence, the thread that allows them to survive and prosper as a family. The Arctic, for so long a symbol of permanence and stability, is now a world in rapid flux. The rising temperature of our planet is felt more intensely here than almost anywhere else. The sea ice, the very foundation of this ecosystem, is changing. The extent of the ice in summer is shrinking year by year, and the ice that remains is younger and thinner. For the predators who have built their lives around this frozen platform, the consequences are profound. Their ancient hunting grounds are breaking apart beneath their paws, and the rhythms of their world are being disrupted. For the polar bear, the retreat of the sea ice is a direct threat to its existence. As the ice melts earlier in the spring and freezes later in the autumn, the bears have a shorter period in which to hunt seals. This forces them to spend more time on land, away from their primary food source. Here, they must survive on their fat reserves for longer. We see more bears, gaunt and hungry, wandering into human settlements in search of food. Their long journey across the ice in search of seals is becoming longer and more perilous, a desperate race against the changing seasons. The challenges ripple through the entire food web. Changes in the ice affect the algae that grow on its underside, which in turn affects the tiny crustaceans that feed on the algae. These are the food for Arctic cod, which are the food for seals, which are the food for polar bears. The entire intricate structure is being weakened from its base. For the Arctic fox, a warmer climate might mean the northward expansion of the larger red fox, a competitor and predator that can outcompete its smaller cousin. The delicate balance established over millennia is being upset, yet these animals are resilient. They've survived cycles of warming and cooling in the past, but the pace of the current change is unprecedented. We are witnessing a profound test of their adaptability. Can the polar bear learn to hunt for different prey on land? Can the Arctic wolf and fox adapt to a changing tundra? Their story has become one of survival not just against the cold and the ice, but against a new and uncertain future. Their struggle is a stark and powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet, a message carried on the winds from the top of the world. In the profound silence of the Arctic, every sound carries weight and meaning. These are the echoes of life, the communications that bind the predators to their world and to each other. The crunch of paws on dry snow is the sound of a journey, a relentless search for sustenance. The deep guttural growl of a polar bear defending its kill is a warning, a declaration of ownership in a world of scarcity. The sharp bark of an Arctic fox is an alarm call, a fleeting sound that can alert its family to danger or opportunity. These are the intimate dialogues of survival. The most haunting and far-reaching of these sounds is the howl of the wolf pack. It begins with a single low note, which is then joined by others, rising and falling in a complex, mournful harmony. The sound travels for miles across the frozen, empty land, a spectral chorus under the shimmering curtain of the aurora borealis. It is a sound that speaks of unity and wildness. It is the pack, calling to its scattered members, defining the boundaries of its territory, and perhaps simply reaffirming the bond that allows them to thrive in this formidable place. To hear it is to feel the ancient, untamed soul of the Arctic. There are other more subtle sounds. The whisper of the wind as it polishes the surface of the snow. The sudden, sharp crack of shifting sea ice, a sound like a rifle shot that can signal both danger and opportunity as new leads of open water appear. Beneath the ice, in the dark, cold water, there is another world of sound. The clicks and whistles of beluga whales, and the strange, complex calls of the narwhal. These are the sounds of the marine world that the polar bear depends upon, a hidden symphony that guides his hunt. These sounds, from the grandest howl to the quietest footstep, weave together the story of this place. They are a testament to the life that persists and flourishes against the odds. In a world that can appear so static and silent, these echoes are a constant reminder of the dynamic and vibrant drama unfolding every moment. They are the voices of the Arctic predators, a chorus of resilience that has echoed across the ice for thousands of years, and one that we must strive to ensure is not silenced forever. The Arctic predators are more than just survivors. They are icons of wildness. In their struggle and their grace, they embody the raw, untamed spirit of our planet. The polar bear, a solitary monarch on his crumbling throne of ice. The Arctic wolf, a ghost of the tundra, bound by loyalty and family. The Arctic fox, a clever and resilient shadow in the snow. Each one is a testament to the incredible power of evolution to craft life perfectly suited to the most extreme conditions imaginable. They are a living reminder of a world that exists beyond our own, a world governed by ancient rhythms and natural laws. Their beauty is undeniable. It is there in the perfect white of their coats against the snow, in the fluid power of a polar bear swimming through icy water, and in the intelligent, watchful eyes of a wolf. But their beauty is not delicate. It is a hard, resilient beauty, forged in the crucible of the cold. It speaks of strength, endurance, and an unyielding will to live. To watch them is to witness nature in its most elemental form, a constant dance between life and death, hunter and hunted, set against a backdrop of breathtaking, minimalist grandeur. Their future, however, is uncertain. The world they have mastered is transforming at a pace they may not be able to match. The melting ice, the changing seasons, and the shifting food webs present a challenge unlike any they have faced before. Their story is no longer just one of survival against the natural elements. It is now a story of survival in a world being reshaped by humanity. Their fate is a barometer for the health of our planet. As they struggle, so the delicate balance of our global climate is shown to be at risk. And yet, there is hope in their enduring spirit. These creatures have faced down ice ages and periods of warmth before. They are adaptable, intelligent, and resilient. The spirit of the wild is not easily extinguished. As we stand at this critical moment, looking to the future of our planet, the predators of the Arctic offer us a profound lesson. They remind us of the fierce beauty of the natural world, of its fragility, and of the urgent responsibility we have to protect it. The great white silence of the North has a story to tell, and it is a story that we must all now listen to.